There are moments in storytelling when a character stops feeling like the protagonist and starts feeling like the storm. And in episode 7, Marie wasn't just in the storm, she was the one creating it. Every decision she made felt like it set off a chain reaction. Every choice, no matter how small, rippled outward and turned Godolkin into a war zone of trust, betrayal, and bleeding hearts. And that's why this episode stands out, because Marie didn't just make mistakes, she made WTF decisions. And these weren't background moments, they were front and center, emotional, explosive, and painfully avoidable. Today we're diving deep, no outside chatter, just raw narrative. Let's break down the top 10 WTF Marie moments of episode 7 and why they matter. Number 10, acting on instinct and vibes instead of facts. Marie's first misstep isn't a scream out loud disaster, it's quieter, subtle, but it's exactly how everything begins to spiral. Throughout the episode, she keeps reacting not to the world as it is, but to the world as she feels it. Gut instincts, that inner sense that she's meant to stop something before it happens. The problem? None of it is grounded in fact. Every major turning point that follows starts here, with a hunch, a vibe, a pulse in her veins that she mistakes for truth. And instead of pausing, instead of questioning, she acts. What makes it more tragic is that Marie isn't a villain here. She's convinced she's saving everyone, but what she's actually doing is lighting the match. Number 9, ignoring everyone's warnings. What makes it so frustrating isn't just what Marie does, it's what she refuses to hear. Throughout this episode, warning signs are everywhere. Jordan steps in, Emma tries to reason with her. Even the more distant voices around her are sending clear signals. Slow down, think, don't do this alone. But Marie just tunes it all out. It's like she's walking with her hands over her ears, not because she can't hear them, but because she won't. She's already decided what the truth is. She's already decided how this plays out in her head, and anything that doesn't fit that picture gets ignored. This is where her tunnel vision really tightens. You can almost feel the gap between her and the team growing wider with every ignored warning. And it's not just a tactical gap, it's emotional. Trust starts to erode. The team stops feeling like a unit. And the irony? They're not warning her because they doubt her. They're warning her because they care. But Marie's too locked into her own mission to see it. This isn't a single bad call. It's the slow, quiet unraveling that sets up everything else. Number 8, running toward danger instead of regrouping. This is one of those moments where Marie's instincts completely override logic. The mission is already hanging by a thread. Everyone's tense, shouting over each other, trying to figure out their next move. And instead of slowing down, Marie bolts straight into the danger zone. It's classic Marie, charging ahead like if she's the first one into the fire, everything will magically fall into place. But it doesn't. What it actually does is throw the entire team off balance. This isn't bravery, it's desperation. It's Marie convincing herself that action is the same as control, that if she just moves fast enough, she can fix what's breaking. The result? The group is scattered, communication is gone, and Marie, instead of being the anchor, becomes the spark that makes everything unravel faster. It's reckless, it's emotional, and it's the exact moment where her "I can fix this" mindset shifts from dangerous to outright destructive. Number 7, turning on her own friends, the levitation meltdown.
What are you doing?
The heartbreaking part of this meltdown isn't just what Marie does, it's when she does it. Only minutes before everything erupts, Annabeth has the vision that's clear enough to rattle her to the core. She doesn't waste time. She gathers Jordan, Emma, and the others, and they run toward campus to warn Marie. This isn't some petty argument or disagreement. They're trying to save her from walking straight into a trap. The campus is dead silent when they arrive. That kind of eerie quiet that feels wrong. Marie's already inside, already walking deeper into danger. She's locked into that tunnel vision again, convinced she can fix everything if she just pushes a little harder. Annabeth is the first to try to warn her. Emma and Jordan follow right behind, practically begging her to stop and listen. The warning isn't vague, it's clear. Cypher isn't who she thinks. The whole situation is about to blow up, but Marie doesn't hear them, or maybe she just refuses to. All she sees is opposition. All she feels is pressure. And in that split second, the people who came to help her start to look like people standing in her way. Her power surges almost instinctively. Blood tightens around the air like a pulse. The betrayal in their eyes says it all. They didn't come to fight her. They came to save her. And this is how she answers them. For a moment, the Marie they know isn't there. Just the storm she's become. It's just a mess. Even Polarity is like, what the f? This is the moment where everything changes, not because of Cypher, not because of the mission, but because Marie crossed a line she can't uncross. Number 6, blaming everyone but herself. The levitation meltdown doesn't just end with silence, it bleeds into everything that follows. In the aftermath, Marie doesn't stop to reflect, she deflects. The tension is still hanging heavy in the air. Annabeth is shaken, Jordan's furious, and Emma's just trying to piece together what went wrong, but instead of facing what she's done, Marie starts pointing fingers. But the truth is simple. No one betrayed her. She betrayed them. What makes this moment so powerful is how familiar it feels. Marie has spent so much of her life being cornered, unheard, fighting to prove herself. And now, when people are actually on her side, she doesn't know how to accept it. Instead, she lashes out, rewriting the narrative in her head to make herself the victim. You can see the shift in the air as she does it. The hurt in Annabeth's face deepens. Jordan's voice goes quiet, not from fear, but from that sharp kind of disappointment that cuts deeper than yelling ever could. Emma takes a step back. This isn't just a tense argument. This is Marie pushing away the only people willing to stand in the fire with her. What's even crazier is, she just got her sister back, and she doesn't even seem to care that her own sister is telling her she doesn't want to lose her again. Number 5. Hero complex overload. If there's one thread that runs through all of Marie's mistakes this episode, it's this. She has to be the one to save everyone. It starts subtly. That look in her eyes when she walks onto the campus alone. The way she brushes off Annabeth's warning. The way she tells the team to just trust her. It's not confidence. It's obsession. Marie's built this idea in her head that if she can just fix everything herself, then maybe she can make up for every wrong, every failure, every loss she's carried. And that belief pushes her to do the unthinkable. She doesn't coordinate. She doesn't listen. She puts herself at the center of a war that was never meant to be fought alone. What makes this moment sting isn't just her recklessness. It's how sincere she is. She truly believes she can save the day. She truly believes she can control Cypher, stop Godolkin, and somehow protect her friends all at once. But this isn't a fairy tale. This is a battlefield. And Marie's savior complex blinds her to the reality that heroism without strategy isn't bravery, it's suicide. The way she storms into danger isn't noble, it's desperate. She doesn't trust her team to share the burden. She tries to carry it alone, and in doing so, she ends up becoming part of the problem. It's the kind of moment where you realize Marie doesn't want to be part of a team. She wants to be the solution, and that's exactly why everything falls apart. Number 4. Refusing to heal Cate when it mattered. There's this moment where Cate is walking beside Marie, quiet, nervous, determined. She's not at full power anymore, and she knows it. That fear sits behind every glance she gives her friend. And then she asks. Cate looks Marie in the eyes and begs her to heal her, not to make her unstoppable, not to become the weapon she once was, but to help, to stand beside them as an equal again. She wants a second chance, but Marie doesn't give it. She doesn't even hesitate. She just says no, and that's the sting. This isn't the Cate we met at the start of the series, the manipulative telepath hiding in the shadows. This is someone trying to make things right, and Marie shuts the door on her without flinching. As they move deeper into the mission, Cate doesn't turn back. She follows, underpowered, vulnerable, but still loyal. She's willing to risk everything, even without the safety net of her abilities. Then comes that crucial beat. Polarity steps in. He sees what's happening. He calls it out. He knows how valuable Cate's power could be in this fight. And still, Marie stands firm. No healing, no trust. And that's when you start to see the fault line split wide open. Marie is drawing her own lines in the sand. Who she saves, who she trusts, who she believes deserves to fight beside her, and Cate, she's on the wrong side of that line. But here's the part that hurts. Cate never turns on her. She doesn't lash out. She walks into the heart of this mission unarmed and untrusted, still choosing to help. She's not the villain here. She's the reminder of what Marie won't forgive. Cate isn't asking for redemption with words anymore. She's showing it with loyalty, and Marie chooses control over faith. Number 3, Marie walks away from the group. Again, this moment, it hits differently because it's not just about Marie walking away. It's about everything that moment represents. After everything they've been through, after the chaos and pain that's already cracked this group apart, Marie makes the choice to go off on her own, and the silence that follows her footsteps. It's loud. For Jordan, this isn't the first time. It's the second time they've had to watch Marie turn her back on the people who stood beside her. And that cuts deep, because Jordan was the one who believed in her when no one else did, the one who defended her. You can see it in the way their face hardens, not with rage, but with that quiet kind of disappointment that says, I thought we were past this. It's betrayal without the screaming. And what makes it worse is the history behind it. The first time she left, they told themselves they'd move past it, that maybe she was just scared, that maybe she needed space. But when it happens again, that hope starts to fade. For Emma and the rest, it's a mix of frustration and exhaustion. They've lost too much already, and now their trust feels like it's slipping through their fingers. And for Marie, walking away might have felt like taking control, but for everyone else, it was a reminder that no matter how close they've become, she can still shut them out. Number 2, trusting Cypher. Even after the obvious red flags. From the very beginning of the episode, Cypher practically has red flag written all over him. His words are too calculated, his tone too smooth, like someone who already knows exactly how the story ends. And Marie, she looks right past it. Instead of questioning his sudden willingness to help, instead of connecting the dots between his past manipulation and this new convenient alliance, she leans in. She lets herself believe him. This is where her moral compass gets shaky. Marie has always wanted to see the good in people, to believe she can turn things around if she just tries hard enough. But with Cypher, that blind faith isn't noble, it's dangerous. Every look, every quiet hesitation from her friend screams, don't trust him. And she doesn't just ignore it, she silences it in her head. She tells herself, this time it's different. This time I can make it work. It's almost tragic because we can feel the weight of what's coming. Cypher isn't just lying, he's puppeteering. And Marie is willingly putting the strings in his hands. Number 1, healing Godolkin, the literal villain. There are reckless decisions. And then there's this. Godolkin is not some morally gray wild card. He's the architect of their pain, the face behind the chaos. And Marie chooses to heal him. She doesn't just spare his life. She gives power back to the very person responsible for everything unraveling. This is the moment where it doesn't feel like poor judgment. It feels like betrayal, not out of malice, but out of her warped sense of duty. That hero complex that whispers, I have to save everyone, even him. But that's not heroism. That's self-sabotage dressed up as mercy. In a world where every choice has blood on it, Marie chooses to save the one person no one else would. And deep down, you can sense it. The guilt, the hesitation, the internal conflict she buries beneath that iron facade. This isn't a good deed gone wrong. This is the moment everything tips. It's the crack in her armor that lets the storm in.